right, and float to the top of your mat into Uttanasana. Wouldn't you love to be able to do that? Me too. So I couldn't do this for many, many years. So I figured out a way to help you start to learn how to do this thing called floating, to get a little bit lighter on that jumping back from downward facing dog to Uttanasana. You can do it on the same way on the way back, but we'll just go back to down dog. And she does it so well. So the way I discovered it is, let's just try to get a little bit of lift. So I discovered the baby bunny hops. Just jump up and down into down dog. The idea here is you just want to try to find and get that hips over the head idea, hips over the head. So basically jump up and down, hips over the head and down. See how she's starting to float already? Just hips over the head and down. The cool thing about this, we'll just take a rest. The cool thing about this is it's preparing you for two-legged kick-ups to handstands. It's preparing you to get into downward facing dog in a nice light way. And it's also developing your deep core strength. And this is the core strength that you need in order to get forward and back and up into handstand and back down. All right, so this is a functional core for what you're using in your yoga practice. So in the baby bunny hops, the idea is to start out, you're just going to bend your knees and then just come off the floor just a little bit. Boom, boom. And the idea is you want to land lightly and have nice bent joints here. She's going off quite a bit, but if you got really stiff joints or you're afraid, just barely even come off the floor. Right, and then eventually you get a little bit more and then start thinking hips over the head, and then hips over the head, and hips over the head. And she might float there, and then she might actually suspend there at some point. And then just rest for a second, back to down dog. So the way you can practice this in your vinyasa class is you're taking probably a little wider down dog as well. You're going to be starting from because you've done a nice deep down dog. So Erica, step your foot back up. Because this is where you're probably going to be coming from. So for the baby bunny hops, you can just do a little baby bunny hop and come up a few inches, and then a few more inches, and keep bunny hopping until you get all the way, until you can't bunny hop anymore, and then just step forward into Uttanasana. That's bunny hop on the way up, and then you can do the same thing on the way back. You can just baby bunny hop, baby bunny hop, baby bunny hop, and baby bunny hop back to down dog. Or you can float all the way up, and float all the way back. Excellent. So after you practice moving up and back through your mat, then you're going to start to think about getting just your hips over your head to increase that float time. Beautiful. Just increase that float time. This is when you may want to practice against a wall, so you're not, because if you do happen to go up, you might, freak yourself out when it works and flip over. So that's why you go up the wall. And then just practice that hang time. Then eventually the hang time's here, and then you can straighten the legs slowly from here if you want to. Voila. Come on down. And rest.